Okay, so we're going to solve time word problems today. So we're just going to recap what 24-hour clock looked like. So there's 24 hours in a day. So the first hour, when you're writing it on a 24-hour clock, starts at 0. Then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we get to 12 in the afternoon. And then on a 24-hour clock, if it's on 1, it becomes 13. If it's on 2, it becomes 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23, and then back to 0 again. So, here we've got a word problem. What time would it be if she spent 1 hour shopping before leaving? So we've got 13:35 here. Now remember that I've said to you before, the first two numbers represent the hour, and then the second two numbers represent the minutes. So, if she stayed in the shops for 1 hour, then only the hours are going to change, not the minutes. So the hours are 13. So the new hour, if you're adding 1 hour, would be 14. And the minutes stay the same at 35. Okay, so what if she spent 1 hour and 10 minutes shopping? Well, then you need to break that up. You need to add the hours and then the minutes, or you could add the minutes and then the hours. So I'm going to add the hours first. So I've got 13:35. So I'm going to add my hours first. So I'm going to add 1 hour. 13 would become 14. And then the minutes are at 35 and she's staying 10 minutes. So 35 add 10 would be 45. So the new time would be 14:45. Now we've got here, Charles left his house at 9:55. He returned home at 12:25. So we've got a start time and a finish time. It says, how long was he away from home? Well, again, you need to work out the hours and then the minutes. So if you left the house at 55, and got home at 12:25, let's do the hours first. So we've got 9:55, 10:55, 11:55. You can't do 12:55, that's too long. So we're at 9:55, 10:55, 11:55. So 2 hours would take us to 11:55. Now we need to work out the minutes. Now, we're looking at 55. To get to the next hour, which is 12 o'clock, would be 5 minutes. And then to get from 12 to 12:25 would be 25 minutes. So we've got 2 hours, and then we've got 5 minutes plus 25 minutes, which is 30 minutes. The reason that I've broken that up into 2 sets of minutes is because I found it easier to go from 11:55 to 12 o'clock, and then from 12 o'clock to 12:25. Now remember, there's only 60 minutes in an hour, so what I needed to do was get from 11:55 to 12 o'clock, which would give me 60 minutes in total. So that's 5 minutes, 11:55 to 12. Okay, a bus takes, this is one of your questions, sorry. A bus takes 2 hours and 20 minutes to travel from town A to B. The bus left at 10:40. What time will the bus arrive? So you've got 10:40, you need to add the 20 minutes, what time would that take you to? Now I want to talk about this. If you add 20 to 40, that gives you 60. So that you would write 10:60. If the minutes are 60, that's the new hour, so that would actually be 11 o'clock. Okay, and when it's o'clock, the minutes are 0. And then when you're 11 o'clock, then you add the 2 hours. And then your second question says, the same bus takes 3 hours and 5 minutes to return to town A from town B. The bus reached town A at 17:45. What time did the bus leave town B? Well, instead of adding, you're now subtracting. So you've got 7:45. You're going to take away the 5 minutes first, and then you're going to take away 3 hours. Number 3, Ruby arrived at the library at 11:50. She left the library at 14:05. How long did she spend in the library? So it's structured here for you. How many minutes is it from 11:50 to 12 o'clock? Remember, if the minutes is 50 and here we're at 0, that means it's basically 60 minutes because it's the next hour. So think about how long that would be. And then you've got from 12 to 2, how long is that in hours or minutes? And then from 2 to 2:05, how long is that in minutes? And then you've got Charles watched a late night show that began at 23:15 on Saturday. The show lasted 2.5 hours. When did the show end? If you're at 23:15, the next hour would actually be 0 because there's only 24 hours in a day. So when you get to 23, it then goes to 0 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and carry on. Okay, so add the 2 hours and then add the 30 minutes. If you have any questions, message in the blog, but just remember there are 60 minutes in an hour.